So, I wanted to say a little bit more about the 10 questions you should ask yourself if you're wondering should you stay or should you go after infidelity. I just posted a duet I did with Therapy Jeff about these questions. He asked 10 questions that I think are brilliant. If you don't follow him, please check him out. He has great, funny, really insightful advice. So he asks two questions that I particularly want to talk about. The first one is, does your partner truly understand why they had the affair? Question one. This is a really, really hard question for most straying partners to answer. And when you ask them, their initial response is going to be, I don't know, I just felt like it, I can't explain, it just happened. It's going to be something not very meaty and kind of superficial. That's because getting to the real reason why they had the affair is difficult and it's deep. It usually has some roots in trauma, and some people are kind of unaware that they have any trauma at all. So the roots for why people have affairs, and I call this my affair Bermuda Triangle, are they are not doing well. So number one, they are not doing well. They are depressed, anxious, dealing with grief, dealing with some kind of emotional strain. While part two, they are struggling in the relationship and the relationship seems emotionally disconnected. Three, there's some kind of trauma or trigger that pushes them over the edge, and they are in this world of pain and they go looking for any kind of painkiller. Now, they could choose something healthy, but a lot of the times they choose something unhealthy, and that is to start up a relationship with somebody else to give them some good feelings so they can cope with the pain that they're feeling in their real lives. Affairs most of the time have very little to do with the hurt partner and have a ton to do with the trauma and the pain and the emotional suffering of the cheating partner. Okay, so that was question one that Jeff asked. And question 10 is for you, the hurt partner, can you trust them again? Can you rebuild trust? Do you think you'll ever be able to let this go? At the beginning of your infidelity recovery journey, that's almost an impossible question to answer as well, right? You don't know because you're in so much pain, you can't imagine getting to the other side of this. And the thought of forgiving and letting go and rebuilding trust is just so far away you can't imagine it. So I would tell you, put question 10 on hold and probably question 1 a little bit on hold too. Explore that soon, but not day one of affair recovery. You absolutely can heal from an affair. Our research shows on over 6,000 people that you absolutely can reconcile after an affair, that 75% of people do reconcile after affairs, and you can rebuild your relationship. But it takes quite a long time, right? It takes about 6 months until you get to feeling, okay, I understand the scope of this. It takes about 1 year until you start to feel like, okay, we're recovering, and 2 years until you're feeling a little bit back to normal. And of course, that can vary based on the person. So just know that you can recover. Many people do, but most people don't talk about it publicly because it's so shameful. So think about these things. Let's keep talking about them. And thank you, Therapy Jeff, for the great and inspirational 10 questions.